It hasn't even been a full week in the new year, and already there's been some crazy shit going on. There's some stuff happening in Oregon. There's Obama using executive action to make gun laws more strict. There's shit going down in Cologne, Germany, and all sorts of other crazy shit. But those are the three biggest things I'm going to make a video about. So, I'm going to talk about the Oregon standoff first. So, armed supporters of two Oregon Rangers in the middle of an anti-government firestorm say that they won't leave a national wildlife refuge until the U.S. returns land to the ranchers and local governments. The standoff pits the federal government against the gun-toting protesters at the forefront of a national controversy over how to manage land in the West. Are you sure it's manage and not just outright taking? Our purpose, as we have shown, is to restore and defend the Constitution, said Ammon Bundy, a rancher who was leading the protest at the Muller National Wildlife Refuge along with his brother Ryan. The ranchers, Dwight Hammond, 73, and son Stephen, 46, were convicted 3 years ago of starting brush fires on federal property that they say were designed to prevent larger wildfires and to halt invasive plant species. Well, I mean, fucking, if it's to prevent that shit, I don't see why the government would really give a shit. I mean, it's not like anyone really got hurt, right? They served short prison sentences, but a judge ordered them to return to prison for 4 years because the time they served did not meet minimum sentencing laws. Fuck that shit. Isn't that against like the fucking Fourth, Fifth Amendment, something like that? Fucking gotta go back to jail after you got released. Yeah, fucking I wouldn't go back. That's some bullshit. Actually, I looked it up. It's the Seventh Amendment. But still, fucking, that's fucking retarded. I'm just gonna move on. They've now become iconic figures to protesters who seek federal reforms and land management policies they say are unjust and unduly deprive citizens of land. The Hammonds said Monday that they would seek clemency from President Obama, but they also said they would respect the rule of law and report to prison. God, why would you guys go back to jail instead of trying to fight for your fucking rights? Especially with all those protesters. Friggin' if I had all those protesters, you know I would be asking them for help. Speaking to reporters at a local junior high school, Ward addressed the protesters directly. You said you were here to help the citizens of Harney County. That help ended when a peaceful protest became an armed occupation. Yeah, that kind of undermines the whole protesting thing when you guys fucking. Well, it actually undermines a lot of things, but it undermines the protesting because fucking. You guys are fucking. You were all peaceful and shit, and then you decide to take something over. And a lot of people don't like that when that happens. He added, the Hammonds have turned themselves in. It's time for you to leave our community. Go home to your families and end this peacefully. If you guys didn't freaking take over that building, you guys could have stood there a long time and then gathered more and more support. But White House Press Secretary Josh Earnest on Monday called the standoff a local law enforcement matter. In other words, this is too small of a problem for the feds to deal with. Obviously, the federal government has a vested interest, he said. It is the federal land and federal property that is being occupied, and that is why the FBI is closely monitoring the situation, has offered their assistance to local law enforcement officials who are dealing with the situation. But ultimately, our chief interest is a prompt and peaceful resolution of this particular matter. I'm sure you guys would want to do this peacefully because if you did something, there would probably be a humongous shitstorm that followed. The occupation began Saturday after an estimated 300 protesters marched through the nearby town of Burns. The Bundys and some of the protesters, it was not clear how many, then headed to the isolated refuge and refused to leave. The Bundys say the Hammonds were prosecuted because the federal government wants their land. The Bundys accuse the federal government of overreaching, land grabbing, and pushing ranchers off their land in Oregon and elsewhere. They have called on militia members from across the nation to join their occupation. Their father, Nevada rancher Cliven Bundy, spearheaded a standoff with the government over grazing rights on U.S. land in 2014. And you know, he might be right, because thanks to the drug war, police officers could seize fucking people's homes and shit. And they don't even need a fucking, like, they don't even need evidence of actual drugs. They could just say, oh, you have drugs. We could fucking take your house, your car, whatever the fuck. Speaking to reporters on Monday, Ammon Bundy wouldn't say how many people were occupying the wildlife refuge. He called the group Citizens for Constitutional Freedom. About a dozen people could be observed at the site. Bundy said the group's purpose was to restore and defend the U.S. Constitution. We love our country, he said. We love the people in it. We know that we are struggling to be able to know what to do as a nation, and in many ways we are divided. And we hope that we can restore those things and that we can unite as a people in protecting individuals. Another group member, Shauna Cox, read from a document asking for an independent investigation of the Hammonds case. Ammon said the government has ignored requests for looking into abuse against the Hammonds. I mean, it's not really abuse if the Hammonds don't really think it's abuse. I mean, they just let themselves go back to jail, so I don't think they really care too much about it. But Lavoy Vinisum, maybe? An Arizona rancher who has just joined the occupation said the group is not making demands. We've come here to work, he said. We did not come here to sit as children and stamp our feet and demand that certain things are met. We're going to go to work. He said that would entail helping ranchers and loggers live again as free people. When asked about the potential for violence, militia members said it was highly unlikely. America is not going to tolerate another Waco, Jason Patrick said. The number of anti-government militia groups nationwide grew 37% last year, up from 202 in 2014 to 276, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, which tracks such groups. I didn't think you guys were supposed to track them. I mean, I thought it was legal for them to have militia groups, anti-government, or whatever. The number represents a renewal of growth after several years of declines, the center reported Monday. It said the movement grew explosively after President Obama was elected, from 42 groups in 2008 to a peak of 334 in 2011. Okay, is that supposed to be like some type of racist thing, or is it because Obama's done something that's making these groups actually come out to be made? Haiti Berich, director of the center's intelligence project, said the Oregon group was emboldened by the 2014 grazing rights clash between Cliven Bundy and the federal government, which described as a clear victory for the Bundy Ranch. Okay, but there's a few differences between this and the Bundy case. In the Bundy case, everything was his that he was trying to fight for. In this case, it's federal land that was given to the Hammonds to do whatever the government told them to do. Another thing is that the Bundys actually wanted help. The Hammonds, they haven't really asked for help. The FBI said in a release that it is working with local authorities to resolve the Oregon standoff peacefully. Ward, the county sheriff, said protesters claimed to be supporting local ranchers, but actually had alternative motives to attempt to overthrow the county and federal government in hopes to spark a movement across the states. Well, okay, I'll bite. If they really did have motives to overthrow the county and government to spark a movement across the U.S., they're kind of doing it in a bad way. I don't think other people want to join because of the fact that they are armed, and it would make them feel like they're a target. But I can't really speak for anyone. I wouldn't join because they just fucked up. And you know, I'm not gonna fucking stay in there with a bunch of smelly old guys because I'm sure there's not a shower in that place. Cliff Bentz, who represents the Burns in the State House of Representatives, said, "There's certainly always a place for peaceful protest, and I think this is what Harney County residents who participated in Saturday's parade believed they were doing as they marched. I also think the sheriff, county, and city are doing all they can to manage the Bundy self-serving, attention-grabbing efforts in a way that prevents Harney County from becoming a rallying cry for every anti-government person in America." And also, I mean, I don't really think it's self-serving, but okay, but are they really anti-government or are they more like anti-corrupt government? Them being there, it's kind of pointless because the Hammonds don't want them to be there. I mean, if they really wanted their help, they wouldn't have went to jail and they would have asked for them to back them up. the militia to back them up. So how exactly are the federal authorities taking a bunch of armed protesters, pretty much taking control of a federal building? Well, I guess they're gonna cut off their power. And if you don't know, it's freaking winter in there, so it's gonna be pretty damn cold. So federal authorities are planning to cut off the power of the wildlife refuge in Oregon that has been taken over by militia, exposing the armed occupants to sub-zero temperatures in an effort to flush them out. The official who asked not to be named said they were not privy to the FBI's plan of action. However, they said the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, which is leading the crisis management reaction to the occupation in liaison with the FBI, plan to cut the power to the building where the militiamen are spending their nights. After they shut off the power, they'll kill the phone service, the government official added. Then they'll block all the roads so that all those guys have a long, lonely winter to think about what they've done. Jesus, don't you think that's a little extreme for them taking an unoccupied federal building? I mean, it's not like they fucking are holding hostages and shit. So this whole thing with countrymen with guns taking over a building and the FBI blocking off the roads might instill the wrong idea in some people, especially on the progressive side of things. They're traitors. Let's call the Oregon standoff what it really is: domestic terrorism. Motherfuckers, do you not know what terrorism means? It means fucking violence and intimidation or coercion for a political aim. These guys aren't doing anything political. They just want to stop an oppressive government. There's nothing political about that. There's not any specific political change they want. Like, fuck, man. They're not saying, we need to get rid of all the fucking shills or something like that. The blockheads who arrived in Nevada last year, I think they're talking about the Bundy Ranch protests. I don't know why they would be blockheads. Well, I mean, they're blockheads now, but fucking what they did in that ranch was actually smart. Or protest, not ranch. Like the Fox freedom fighters in Oregon now, are drunk on dreams of revolution. I'm pretty sure they're drunk on something else, but anyways, they live incredibly privileged lives and know nothing of actual tyranny. I hope you're not talking about fucking like these school fucking racism fucking whatever that bullshit's about. Because believe me, that's not actual tyranny. Oh boy, you do not know fucking what real tyranny is. I mean, imagine if you were a Jew living in fucking 1945 and onward. Then you'd know what actual tyranny is. But delusions of grandeur and a lack of productive hobbies keeps them from internally vigilant against non-threats whether they find them. I mean, they do have a bunch of guns, so oh wait, they said proactive. I guess hunting isn't really proactive. My bad. And thanks to the cavalcade of crackpots in conservative media, the imaginary hazards are everywhere. Fucking honestly, like I just told you the definition. This isn't really crackpot. Fucking they are armed militia. Well, fucking yeah, they say they're armed militia, but fucking in any event, good, you're actually getting to the important shit. What's happening in Oregon is a massive story. These men are looters and traitors. Well, I mean, who did they really betray? I mean, they kind of fucking made fun of themselves, but I don't really think they betrayed anybody. They're occupying a wildlife sanctuary against the wishes of the people who live there, and in defiance of federal law. Well, fucking, I will admit that they are doing it against the wishes of the people, but fucking, if it's a really stupid ass law, especially a federal law, I don't see why you wouldn't be in defiance of it. Like, I wish more people were defiant of the fucking Patriot Act. They're defending two men who burned land they didn't even own after illegally grazing cattle on it for decades. I mean, yeah, that's true too, but fucking. Also, they were doing it to protect their cattle too. So, yeah, should kind of include that part too. Unlike other protests, moreover, these militiamen are explicitly threatening to use force if authorities attempt to remove them. I'll agree that that's also true. Some of them have said it, but I still don't know if that's more government provocateurs or if they really want to do that. We will be here as long as it takes, Ammon Bundy said. We have no intention of using force upon anyone, but if force is used against us, we would defend ourselves. Translation: we're breaking the law and we're going to continue breaking the law, and if the authorities try to do their jobs, we'll shoot them. Motherfucker. What about fucking Black Lives Matter when they fucking protested? Protested in Baltimore and Ferguson. Fucking all the riots and shit. I mean, I would think that would be breaking fucking who knows how many laws. And fucking, what about the Bundy Ranch situation too? They broke the laws. Well, fucking, they didn't even break the laws, the fucking Bundys. They broke it after the fucking feds or whoever had their kettle fucking said not to go. And fucking, they don't. Oh my god, this is fucking. I can't believe you would say that, man. Like fucking, you act like some laws shouldn't be broken if they're fucking completely and totally stupid, or if they're against your rights and shit. Like fucking, oh my god. Well, I mean, I shouldn't be surprised since this is Salon, Salon. But god damn, man. Big brother all over the place. This is not a peaceful protest, in other words. I mean, I'll agree, it's not peaceful. I mean, it kind of is to an extent, but it's not really terrorism either. Occupy Wall Street was a peaceful protest. I can't say anything about that because I haven't really looked into Occupy Wall Street. The Black Lives Matter movement was and is a peaceful. No, oh no, I can't even finish this fucking sentence. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I can't believe you just said that. I mean, I already mentioned fucking Ferguson and Baltimore, but what about South Carolina? Or fucking after the Charleston shooting? How are you gonna blame these guys for fucking, the fucking people not wanting them to be in there, and then you're not gonna, or you're fucking gonna bring Black Lives Matter like they fucking haven't done the same thing in fucking Charleston? I mean, sure, people in Charleston actually wanted them to be there until they started fucking graffitiing all over the place and shit, destroying everything that was in Charleston. So no, no. Don't even try with that bullshit. Whatever you think of the politics of Occupy Wall Street, I guess it must not have been that good if you're gonna say whatever you think of it. And Bielman, I can fucking believe me, I have some pretty good thoughts about that. These campaigns are in the tradition of civil disobedience and pose no threat to anyone. Motherfucker! I can't believe you just fucking wrote that. Oh my god, man. No. I, I don't know if I can read the rest of this. It, I really don't know if I can read the rest of this, man. I'll try finishing the rest of this fucking. Oh, oh my god. I gotta see how much more of this there is. Not that much. I don't even know where I fucking was last. Like, oh, I can't believe you just said that, man. I can't believe you just said that. Fucking. If the protesters in Zuccotti Park or Ferguson, and there you go, you just fucking. Hold on. Missouri or Ferguson, Missouri arrived in military fatigues with pistols in their pockets. They would have crossed a legal line, and the reaction from the media and police would have been dramatically different. I mean, fucking. I think. I mean, I guess it would be more dramatically different, fucking, if they had guns, fucking, shooting, fucking. I don't know. I mean, they had what? Fucking a bunch of Molotov cocktails, probably? I mean, that's practically a grenade. Like, the Oregon standoff, as Charles Pierce ably noted, is an act of armed sedition against lawful authority. And yet the media is largely ambivalent. This should be the front page story on every major media outlet. I think it's more because this is kind of just ridiculous, man. Like, this is just fucking bad protesting. Maybe that's why they don't cover it. Cable news should cover this unceasingly until it's resolved. As they've covered so many other less important events. Well, fucking, I wonder what they're talking about there. I wish they had a link for it. But that's not happening, as Vox reported. The reactions have been curiously subdued. Whether it's the AP or the New York Times or Fox News, the Oregon story has been an afterthought. The reactions on right-wing talk radio this week, one can assume, will be either summarily muffled or largely supportive. You know what else is really big news? And again, this is all linked to this, but the big news is probably because Obama is coming out with executive action on gun control, which a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot, but some left-wing people, and I'm sure a couple right-wing people actually want, fucking stricter gun laws and shit. No, these militiamen are not the same as ISIS. Well, then then why? Why label them as terrorism? Fucking, I should just read on. And no, they haven't killed anyone. Well, fucking, reading on, not yet at least. But they're occupying a federal building and using the threat of violence to coerce and intimidate the government. Motherfuckers, man. How are fucking? You just said that nobody's even fucking talking about this. So how is this coercing anybody? Motherfucker, man. Or fucking, if they are talking about it, it's not freaking as big of a deal as fucking they make it out to be. So fucking, how is this fucking coercing anybody? I mean, fucking, they're not really intimidating the government that much. It's more like if you attack us, we'll attack. Well, I guess that is intimidation, but fucking, the FBI must not, or doesn't think it's as serious of a threat if they're not fucking going in, obviously. That's terrorism. Mm-mm. And that's all it is. Mm-mm. That they fancy themselves patriots and carry a pocket constitution means absolutely nothing. I mean, I'll agree with that. It doesn't mean anything unless you fucking protest the right way. They're breaking laws they don't understand in defense of lands they mistakenly believe they're entitled to. And their self-righteousness doesn't obviate any of that. Oh my god. Well, if they're not entitled to it, who is it entitled to then? The fucking government? Because the government or fucking motherfucker, man. If they fucking own the land, they are entitled to it. That's like fucking if you own a house, you're entitled to do whatever the fuck you want with your house. Same thing with your car, your fucking your body, your and sure, they're fucking doing it in a fucking federal land, but like come on, man. These are armed domestic terrorists, and that's exactly what we should call them. You know, what would happen if they weren't armed? Would we still be fucking calling them domestic terrorists? Alright, now they calm down a bit. Let's look at some Twitter hashtags that were made in response to this whole event. This meme about hashtag Oregon under attack is too perfect. Just gonna leave it. We want our land back. That's very funny. I'm gonna like that. Yes, because past sin should always be used to justify current ones. Oh, motherfucker, man. I really hope you're not talking about fucking these fucking country folk being racist and shit. Oh, like, you know, I'm just gonna move on to the next one. Like, I can't even fucking reply to that. That's just so fucking stupid. So the other one is hashtag Yal Qaeda. I'm sorry, I couldn't, I couldn't hold back. Nothing to be alarmed at, folks. They're just getting ready for a good old-fashioned Al Qaeda wedding. God damn it. My sense too. Someday hashtag Al Qaeda will get theirs. Well, motherfucker, man. And you're calling them terrorists? At least you have fucking. They're not saying that. Oh, Jesus. I hope it's not the government that does it, but real we the people. Well, fucking. There isn't I hope you're not talking about fucking these progressive social movements, cause they don't represent me and a lot of other people too. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna really have a true we the people, because you guys fucking, you progressive don't want to work with fucking white people too, who, you know, have the same problems and beefs and shit. I imagine some closeted gay feelings are coming to the forefront with some. Maybe. And now it's officially a comedy. I mean, I mean, it must not be if you're fucking calling or putting it under hashtag Al Qaeda. Fucking, I wouldn't. If I would make a serious fucking claim, you know, fucking name them or like comparing them to fucking Al Qaeda, fucking, I wouldn't think it's a comedy. I would think it's more like fucking serious. Occupiers would be rated if they weren't white. Same goes if they were leftists. God damn it, man. Good job, Ryan Williams. You fucking fuck. Like I mean, maybe they would be, but like I would think more because they're black, not because they're left. Well, it depends what kind of leftist. Because if you're talking about these progressive leftists, I don't think they would really be rated. I mean, they're fucking doing all this crazy shit that's been going on. But if they were like the more old school leftists who like are coming out against this shit, you know, the actual liberals and not fucking progressives, then probably because the government doesn't, you know, the government's fucking denouncing them every fucking, well, not just the government, but social media and fucking SJWs and all that are fucking denouncing them and fucking, you know, all that bullshit. Disagree that giving hashtag Yalkid long sentences will make them martyrs. Like we have attention spans. Sentence away. I mean, I don't really think that they would be martyred. Well, I don't know. I I don't really see them as being martyrs because they're not really protesting in a good way, but I really don't know. I can't say anything about it. Oh, look at this. Isn't this nice? They got fucking evil Satanist Trump fucking a Trump face with a fucking swastika. Arms domestic terrorists seize federal building and demand law not applied to them. Well, motherfucker, man. They're not. It's not just them, damn it. Oh, oh no. The armed hashtag Yalkeda ranchers who want free land are already getting 93% discount. Motherfucker, they don't want free land. They just want people's land to be back where it was. Fucking welfare queens. you, you know, I fucking what about black people? I mean, there's a lot more people fucking not just black people fucking want welfare. What about all these people who want to vote or fucking vote for Hillary Clinton, fucking asking for free welfare and shit, or whatever the fucking questions were about fucking having free welfare. Jesus Christ. And not just or fucking free welfare, but fucking free college, uh, getting into college for free. Oregon's or fucking Oregon occupiers mocked mercilessly on social media in the name of hashtag Al-Qaeda. I mean, it's better than being mocked than fucking them actually be like fucking, right wing propaganda or propagandist or I don't even know. Terrorists. There we go. What the hell was this? Nice. What did it say? T Billy hashtag ye hottest. Oh god damn it! Now they got a fucking ye hottest too. I didn't even fucking see that one. Let's just open up and see hashtag Al Qaeda recruitment video. Yeah, that's fucking. That's funny. Hashtag Al Qaeda and vanilla or fucking hashtag Al Qaeda and vanilla ISIS or hashtag vanilla ISIS. When can we call the Oregon standoff domestic terrorism? They're hungry, please help. I think it's because fucking they're running out of food or something already. Nothing is worse than trying to take back land that never belonged to you and then asking for snacks. Yeah, let's just go to this one now. Here's hashtag vanilla ISIS. Food supplies low. Specific request white. Oh Jesus. Dear normal organ. Can't even say it. We feel your pain. Sincerely, normal Albanian. God damn it. Hashtag vanilla ISIS. Remember that the Bundy standoff just before this one resulted in a couple of them murdering officers? No! Fucking. Oh my god. I feel like I should reply to this fucking idiot. Because, motherfucker, man. Some of them did have guns, but they didn't fucking draw them out. They just fucking marched up towards the fucking officers after the officers threatened them that they would shoot to kill if, they got too close. So they just walked up and fucking got their fucking cattle back. Not fucking, if anyone would have got murdered, it would have been fucking the police officer, or police, the people protesting. And again, this guy wrote, institutional racism of law enforcement is now on full display and something is needed, or is needing to be done. White guys with guns equal armed protests, black guys with guns equal thugs, Muslim guys with guns equal terrorists. Yeah, it it is kind of a problem. It should be some guys with guns, or some black guys with guns are thugs, like fucking all the gangsters. Some Muslim guys with guns are terrorists, like fucking what happened in San Bernardino. And then also, you shouldn't fucking leave out that some white guys who fucking shot up some places are fucking, I mean, they're considered as terrorists too, but. Oh, look at this motherfucker. Roundup, hashtag Al-Qaeda, hashtag Yihadiest. Oop, I dropped my phone. Hashtag Vanilla ISIS, hashtag Yoko Harmon. God damn it. Hashtag cow tipping terrorist. Hashtag fail Qaeda. Hashtag Infatada. Hashtag white ISIS. Hashtag Saturday night treason. Okay. God damn it. Like people, these fucking progressive people they're like fucking They're fucking overreacting to this shit, man. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure hashtag hottest, I can't even fucking say it, is fucking another thing. This is what, oh, I gotta read this actually. This is what fear does to the brain. It comes free with an artistic Trump Twitter header, though. I mean, yeah, fucking look at these fucking hashtags you guys are making over this shit. Fucking, it is fucking when fear, what does fear to the brain. You guys fucking overact to something like this shit. Yeah, I just decided to stop there because it's pretty much the same shit. So now time for the final comment.